Hey, I'm Dr. Toby, physical therapist and health coach, and in this video, I want to share with you how you can stop overeating on carbs and be able to lose weight. And so if you're somebody who has struggled with this concept, you've known about the importance of reducing your amount of carbohydrate intake, and you struggle with this, I'm going to show you in this video a couple of things that you can do to help reduce that carbohydrate intake without completely eliminating it, but still being able to have the energy that comes from carbohydrates and being able to lose weight and see yourself make progress in your weight loss journey. By the way, if you are new to our channel, this is the Rehab Mobile channel where we make videos to help you stay healthy, pain-free, fit, and mobile. And so if you want to achieve those things in your life, this is a great channel to subscribe to because we have free resources that you can benefit from. So hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into today's video. One of the things that you want to know, if you did not know, is that there are a lot of conditions in our modern society that are due to the overindulgence on certain things, whether sweets, which can lead to diabetes and other kind of conditions with too many sugars, and also carbohydrates when it comes to obesity, being overweight, things like that, and affecting blood pressure, blood sugar, and all those different elements, as well as cholesterol. So carbohydrates has in our modern time become very, very well known as something that people are always trying to cut back on or limit and things of that nature. And while we always talk about having a balanced approach, meaning that you don't want to eliminate carbs completely, but one of the things you do want to do is make sure that you're having healthier carb options. You can see some of our videos on our page about that. But one of the things that you want to realize is that most of the time, because our society is so heavily promoting carbohydrates, these foods that give us bursts of energy, that make us feel good, that give us comfort, a lot of times, even when we try to reduce the amount of carbohydrates that we take in or that we eat, we ultimately have developed a habit of just eating more carbs in general. And carbs are by no means bad. We have several videos on this, like I mentioned, but here's one of the biggest things that you can do. I want to show you one of the simple ways that you can start reducing your carbohydrate intake, really at a behavioral level and at a mindset level. It can begin to help you to reduce your amount of carbs that you're eating. And we've worked with hundreds of people in terms of like weight loss and nutrition and helping them to really have their nutrition plan in such a way that helps them to heal and recover from conditions like diabetes and cholesterol and things like that. But what I found most interesting is that most of the times when people will send us what they're eating or asking us, hey, is this the appropriate amount of proportions for food and things of that nature, most people are still eating more carbs than they probably want to or probably should be in terms of helping them to reach their weight loss or their fitness goal or their health goal, whatever the case may be. So one of the things that you can do is, number one, making sure that with each meal that you cook vegetables. This is really, really simple, but it's extremely important and beneficial. By cooking vegetables, you are already making sure that with every meal, you're not only going to get substantive nutrients from the vegetables, but then you're also going to be able to have a balance on your plate as far as not only overdosing on carbs, but having a well-rounded plate that's going to give you the nutrients that you need to live, function, and perform and feel your best. Now, the other thing that's really important, that seems like a really simple thing, but a lot of times if you were to go back and look at some of the meals that you maybe cook or the things that you eat or your typical meals, even from what we order when it comes to going to restaurants, you probably may find that a lot of the meals you eat really don't have too many vegetables, and maybe the ones that you cook on your regular time, you don't really have vegetables as much. So cooking with vegetables every single meal that you make is going to be very, very helpful, meaning making a vegetable as a part of your meal is going to be beneficial. And the number two thing that I want to share with you in this video is when it comes to serving your food, serve your vegetables first. This is so simple, but it seems like it's like, what is that going to do? But one of the things that's most important is that a lot of times we will serve the food that we most like first. So maybe if you're really into like the chicken or the protein or the meat or the fish, you'll serve that first. Or if you're into the pasta or the rice or whatever, you'll serve that first. And what happens is we take up all the space on our plate with the food that we love the most and with the food that we serve first usually. So serving yourself the vegetables first to, number one, fill up your plate, because what that does is, from a physiological standpoint and psychological standpoint, it helps you to limit the amount of other food that you put on your plate. Imagine if I have a plate of food and I already have 50% of the plate already covered by this particular food, whether it's a carbohydrates or whatever. Well, I'm going to be less inclined to take that same amount of food of the other food groups that are left. So most of the times we might be inclined to serve ourselves vegetables last, or the healthier option last, because we're really excited and we're drawn to the things that we really enjoy. So we'll do the vegetables last. So putting the vegetables on your plate first and striving to put the majority of the quantity of that plate in vegetables, or a larger majority, because most of the times we might just put a small portion of the vegetables, when that's going to help us to satisfy our appetite, but also help us to limit the amount of carbs we're taking in. So if your plate is already has more vegetables on it, and more of the plate has been taken up by those vegetables, so that you have less of an opportunity to overload on the carbs, that's going to be very helpful. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, like it and leave a comment. Let us know what you found most helpful about it. Or if you have a question, feel free to leave it in the comments and we can make a personalized video for you. Let others know that this is a helpful channel by just sharing this video with somebody that you know would benefit. And you can also subscribe to our channel, as I mentioned before. So again, really glad you came to check us out, and thank you for subscribing. See you in the next video.